Hey, what's going on? Ryan here with Intersection Records. I want to talk a little bit about Dead and Company announcing a celebration of the 60th anniversary of the forming of the Grateful Dead, August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in San Francisco's Golden Gate Park, there at the Polo Fields, where many events in the past have been celebrated, including something for Jerry Garcia's death in 1995. When Bill Graham passed away, there was a tribute concert there in 1975. They did some shows there in 1967. They did Human Be-Ins there. And now we are getting this celebration of Grateful Dead. Also the 10-year anniversary of Dead and Company. It's pretty amazing that they've been around for 10 years. What are my thoughts on this? Well, the Dead and Company did their final tour in 2023, only to follow that up with long residencies at the Sphere in Las Vegas in 2024, and again this year, 2025. Clearly, Bobby's not ready to let it go. Prior to the 23 tour, Billy Kreutzmann, original drummer of the Grateful Dead, one of the original 5 members of the Dead, along with Bob Weir, Phil Lesh, Pigpen, and Jerry Garcia, he bowed out, citing creative differences. They added Jay Lane, former Rat Dog drummer, former Primus drummer, and he continues with them to this day. Now, the rumor has been, and it's pretty well documented at this point, that prior to Phil Lesh dying late last year, the Dead were planning to do some sort of celebration for the 60th. Remember Fare Thee Well in 2015, Trey Anastasio, Bruce Hornsby, Phil Lesh, Mickey, Billy, and Bobby did shows in Santa Clara, California, and at Soldiers Field. It sounds like over 4th of July weekend here in 25, they had planned a celebration at Folsom Field, 3 shows, which have now been taken over by Phish. Phish are going to do those shows instead, and now we're getting a San Francisco show, which is appropriate. Will Billy Kreutzmann sit in? Will we get sit-ins from people like Bruce Hornsby? Tom Constantine's still alive? I think he is. Could Donna Jean Gaccio sit in? Could people like Trey Anastasio again sit in? Probably not, with John Mayer there in the guitar seat. It'll be interesting to see. I know that Melvin Seals with John Kovacic have shows planned for the Great American Music Hall that same weekend, that same span, which is the 1st through the 3rd of August, celebrating Jerry's birthday. Would Jerry's birthday, 83rd birthday, would have been there on that 1st of August. Anyway, I don't know what I think. I think that I don't enjoy the Dead and Company any longer because of how slow that they make the music, and it's so watered down. It was one thing when you had Phil possibly back in, because one of the unique things about the Grateful Dead, besides Jerry Garcia's playing, was Phil Lesh's playing. Nobody plays bass like Phil Lesh. Oteil Burbridge, who I like quite a bit, and I've seen over the last 30 years with bands like Aquarium Rescue Unit and the Allman Brothers. I like him. I like his bass playing, but it does not work for me in the confines of the Dead. John Mayer is a great player. I think it's a genius move to put John Mayer on Dead and Company just for the overall marketability of the band. And then you have Bobby, just slowing these songs down to a snail's pace. I think Billy had enough of it. I get it. You got to read the teleprompter. You got to be able to do it. Go ahead and do your 60th. I'm sure it'll sell well, and it'd be great. It'd be amazing to see that on a historical level. Hopefully there is a looser celebration with people from the band, who's surviving that remembers. Tom Constantine, who played keyboards in 69, 70 with the Dead, along with Pigpen, was a member of the band. He was inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Donna Jean Gaucho was a member, and she's still alive. She is a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And Billy. Let's get these people out there. Let's celebrate the legacy. This is probably the last 10-year anniversary. Are we going to have a 70th? And Bobby's going to be, pushing 90? I don't think so. Is Bobby born in 47? So Bobby's 78 years old probably at this point. I don't think we're going to get there. Again, I don't want to be negative on this. It's a celebration of the music that I love, but it's gotten watered down to the point where it does not appeal to me as much. But that doesn't mean everything, because I saw the band in its original form and with Jerry many times, and it's just something that I don't need to see again. I'll let my memories do the talking for me. Check out my channel. We talk about great music every single day here on Intersection Records. Peace out. Good luck. The tickets are going to be hot. I'm sure they're going to go on sale soon. They're still finishing up their run at the Sphere. We'll talk later. Peace out. See ya.